Tonight, we report on the Moses Lake man and his wife found dead in North Dakota, and the Moses Lake School Board appoints a new member. Now over to you, Bob.
Great, Amber. The Mariners and Yankees battled it out at Safeco Field last night, and the Wenatchee Wild is leaving the North American Hockey League. Here's a peek at our Weather Center forecast.
Well, I continue to have a slight chance for a sprinkle or two the next 24 hours, but the big theme of the weathercast, the heat is coming back. The tail's coming on up.
I'm Amber Jenks, and we have all this and much more on iFiber One News.
From the iFiber One HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFiber One News, your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFiber One News, and it starts now.
A Moses Lake man and his estranged wife were found dead in apparent murder-suicide on Sunday in North Dakota. Lance Rick, a 44-year-old man, reportedly flew from Washington to Fargo, North Dakota on Saturday. His wife's friend reportedly knew Rick and his wife were meeting. She had attempted to call the wife and went to the home, but could not reach her. According to West Fargo police, officers were dispatched to the wife's home on early Sunday morning for a welfare check and found Rick and his 44-year-old wife dead from gunshot wounds. Police stated a pistol was found next to Rick's body inside the home, and they believe Rick shot and killed his wife before killing himself. Soap Lake is holding a dedication ceremony on Sunday to celebrate the completion of its downtown development project. Reporter Jeff Chu has the details.
Little by little, finishing touches are appearing along the sidewalks of downtown Soap Lake. Volunteers and city leaders are getting ready to celebrate the completion of the $2 million downtown street improvement project on Saturday. New bike racks and trash cans are in place on the new sidewalks. A lighted visitor directional sign is up on Main Avenue at Canna Street. Volunteers are landscaping flower beds and pots along the sidewalks. A dedication is set featuring a ribbon cutting as part of the celebration of the new Main Avenue. The dedication's theme is dancing in the streets. The ceremony begins at 10 a.m. in front of Soap Lake Library, 32 Main Avenue East. The Washington National Guard is presenting the flags and the national anthem. The Fallen Heroes float is part of the parade down Main Avenue to Smokeyam Park, where the Soap Lake Powwow takes place from Friday through Saturday. Guest speakers begin talking at 10:15 a.m. A key speaker is Steve Gorchester, Executive Director of the Transportation Improvement Board, the primary funding source for the downtown Soap Lake project. Cultural dances begin at 11 a.m. I'm Jeff Chu for iFiber One News.
Eric Stones is the newest member of the Moses Lake School Board after being appointed. Stones is the new director of District 1 following the resignation of Sharon Palmerton earlier this month. Palmerton stepped down after it was discovered her residence is outside of District 1, following a boundary revision in 2010. Stones and his family moved into Moses Lake School District in 1996. Their 6 children graduated from Moses Lake High School. He holds a bachelor degree in history from Brigham Young University, a master's degree in education from Utah State University, and a doctorate in education from Washington State University. Stone's position is designated as temporary until December 4th. Moses Lake School Board President Connie O'Pikins said Stones has already filed to be on the ballot for November election and is running unopposed. Moses Lake Police have extra patrols staying close to the Columbia Basin Technical Skills Center after a recent lockdown. Last Friday, a jogger reported seeing a blue pickup truck parked in a field near the Skills Center in East Yowanzawa Boulevard with what looked like a rifle pointing toward the building. According to Moses Lake Police, officers responded and the truck was already gone. The jogger was able to get a license plate number, which returned to a vehicle in Western Washington. Captain Dave Sands said similar license plate numbers were checked, but the vehicle did not match the suspected vehicle. The Skills Center was on lockdown and doors remained locked throughout the day. Sands said the police department is taking the incident seriously and officers are patrolling the area this week. Now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grand County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at primetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We'll be back right after this.
Well, hi there, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed your Tuesday. Your weather forecast here on iFiber Channel 1 News is brought to you by iFiber One's Inside Look. Watch it today on iFiber1.com. Well, we mentioned it yesterday. The heat is coming on back, and that's the headlines. The temperature scale's riding up the hill. But in the meantime, we still have a slight chance of a shower tomorrow during the heat of the afternoon. Very, very slim. And a seasonal day as well, which is in the mid-70s. But then we see the gradual warm up for the rest of the work week and maybe even that century mark before we end the weekend. So get ready for the heat. Enjoy the seasonal temperatures. Speaking of which, we're a little bit below normal today, 73 degrees with the morning low of 61. Past 24 hours, trace of precipitation. And again, we are looking in Moses Lake where we picked up about 0.03 of an inch of precipitation in the past 24 hours, 73 and 60, and we still have a few sprinkles in the area, but generally it's along the rim and to our west. 77 and 50, the normals, and we'll be seeing a pretty normal day on our upcoming Wednesday. Looking at the Tuesday evening current conditions, not too bad, mostly cloudy skies in some areas. We'll call it partly cloudy to mostly cloudy. A few sprinkles though, western areas, 73 degrees. And the dew point, 41 degrees with an occasionally gusty breeze from the west. Well, here we go. We have quite a bit of instability, quite a bit of moisture in the air, and it's basically during the heat of the afternoon that we see showers. Here we are right now, and the forecast model has quite a green areas here and there scattered about. But you notice overnight things fizzle because of the loss of the daytime heating. But we pause it at 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, and again, the showers pop up here and there, mainly along the spine of the Cascades. But again, don't rule one out here in the basin. But then after Wednesday, again, Thursday, we dry it out a little bit, and that's signs of a drier and more stable air mass that's coming our way, and the heat will be coming with it as well. In the meantime, our forecast for the state, a few showers, coastal sections, Long Beach, a little marine layer with the 50s along the coast there. Inland Northwest near 70, which is just about normal, not too bad. You see a little drier. Tri-Cities, a little bit more sun down there with 74 degrees. Here in the basin, we'll go a little bit more sun the further south you go. Again, along the spine of the Cascades, western rim, we could see a sprinkle or two during the heat of the afternoon. Temperatures, though, pretty seasonal, mid-70s, maybe a degree or two shy of where we actually should be. But you see the gradual warm-up as we slide into Thursday, 81. Then we pop a bit, 90 degrees, and then we add 5 to 10 degrees to that for the weekend. Hot temperatures coming our way, so be prepared, everybody. Keep it here. Sports is next.
On the next episode of iFiber One's Inside Look, we travel to Moses Lake for the 35th annual Spring Fest. You'll get to see some great entertainment and music. I'm also going to take you to the carnival and the Moonlight Parade. And of course, we'll make a few stops to the food court, where I found some award-winning teriyaki and pastries. We'll see you there.
Michael Pineda held his former teammates to 2 runs on 7 hits, and the Yankees beat the Mariners 7-2 at Safeco Field. Pineda, an all-star rookie with the M's in 2011, improved to 7-2 with the win and sports a 3.3 ERA. Mariner ace Felix Hernandez breezed through 3 innings, throwing 21 pitches, 18 for strikes. But the wheels came off the Kings' bus with 7 runs on 6 hits and 5 walks over the next 2. Mark Teixeira capped the barrage with a grand slam in the 5th. Hernandez falls to 8-2 with the loss and saw his ERA jump to 2.63 over the 4 2/3 innings of work his shortest stint this season. The M's and Yankees are back at it tonight for the second game of the three-game series. Mike Montgomery, a 25-year-old lefty acquired from the Rays for Erasmo Ramirez, makes his MLB debut for the M's. The first pitch is scheduled for 7:10. The Wenatchee Wild will skate in the British Columbia Hockey League this season. The team made the announcement Monday. The Wild had been a member of the North American Hockey League since the 2008-2009 season. As a U.S.-based club, the Wild will be allowed to roster a maximum of 4 Canadian players. The team becomes the first U.S.-based franchise in the BCHL since the Bellingham IceHawks played in the early to mid-90s. Seattle Sounders FC signed Brazilian midfielder Tomas Bedinelli. Simply known as Tomas, the midfielder brings 4 years of professional experience in Brazil to Seattle. Having received his P1 visa and international transfer certificate, Tomas is being added to the Sounder roster and is eligible to play immediately. Per Major League Soccer and club policy, additional terms of the deal are not being disclosed, that is. Well, check out this play by shortstop Marvin Gonzalez in the Orioles-Astro game. It earned CNN's Play of the Day.
Manny goes to the middle. Reaching. Long off balance. Throw! He got him! Oh, mercy! What a play by Gonzalez. They may take a look at that on review, but whatever the call, it's a tremendous effort.
Well, look at this throw right here. I mean, it's just a heave. And again, Carter, I tell you, I think he might have beat it.
Well, that is an unbelievable play. Intentionally bouncing it into the glove and control before the foot comes down for the out. So the Orioles want a hit and a base runner left on it.
We'll be back after this break.
Well, one thing I knew from being a patient myself was that a dental office is a scary place to come to. And so we wanted everything possible to make sure that our office is a comfortable place for our patients to visit. The patients that I have, my clients, have made me a part of this community, and we want to give back in every way possible.
Our spotlight story tonight is about a martial arts class in Quincy that is helping people young and old learn how to defend themselves. Reporter Jeff Chu has the story.
Children as young as 5 and adults as old as 40 come to Quincy High School every week to practice an alternative form of wrestling. The first thing you notice is there is no rule about who wrestles who in the rotation. It's women versus men, girls against boys, youngsters versus adults. The reason? Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is a martial art and combat sport that teaches a small person how to defend oneself against a larger adversary. Jeremy Seta, a volunteer coach and web and multimedia specialist at Big Bend Community College who founded the class, explained how Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu's form of self-defense works.
If somebody said, what is it to you in a sentence? I'd say it's flow with the go. A lot of people say, well, no, you got that backwards. I'm like, no, I got it the right way. And if you go with the flow, again, give you an analogy is that if somebody pushes me down and I go with the flow, I fall down. If I flow with the go, somebody pushes me, I can grab them, roll them over me, flip them, and then get on top of them. Again, it's like water. You're kind of taking a path of least resistance.
Seta sees the sport as a lifestyle.
When you get out on the mats, start rolling, the beautiful thing about all this is that you literally can think of nothing else. And while it looks very aggressive and stressful, it's actually quite the opposite. You walk out of here feeling like a new person. I liken it to a computer. You're like hitting the reset button. Again, just giving your mind a break, even 5 minutes of break from all the stresses of the world, does wonders for you.
A black belt in karate, Seta has been training in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for more than 6 years, moving from Tacoma to Quincy 3.5 years ago. He then established the BJJ class that works out every Monday night in the Quincy High School Wrestling Gym. His wife, Kristen, also coaches and competes at Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu women's tournaments against other BJJ women. The Setta's 3 young daughters hit the mat each week with mom and dad. Kristen Setta explained how Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu has changed her life.
I think I'm more confident now if anything were to happen, now that I have jiu-jitsu behind me and more of the self-defense classes, that Jeremy had done previous to this also. I feel much better.
Quincy resident Edson Panado, who believes he is about a year away from becoming a mixed martial arts professional, already fights cage matches as an amateur.
I see myself hopefully being a black belt and still here in Quincy training and still fighting, hopefully, if God wills it.
Here's some video footage from a Tacoma match he won in April in which he used Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu techniques he learned in the Quincy class. Panado has a match coming up this fall.
Scheduled October 24th is going to be my title fight at 155 pounds. When I win that, I'll probably have one more in between and then go pro by hopefully February, March.
Taya Jones, a 10-year-old student at Monument Elementary School in Quincy who competes in her age bracket, shared what she has learned from BJJ.
I've learned how to roll and what to do when we roll and how to get out of stuff.
12-year-old Triton Ortiz, who attends Monument Elementary School, explained why he likes the BJJ class.
It's just fun, active. You can come here every day, get off the streets. And no bad things you can do. It's just fun here.
Jeremy Setta said youth and adults are welcome to drop in on the City of Quincy sponsored class at 6:30 p.m. Mondays at the Quincy High School Wrestling Gym. See the website at quincybjj.com. I'm Jeff Chu for iFiber1 News.
We'll be right back after this.
When you find out about the DQ $5 lunch, all this food for only $5, you gotta tell people about it. So I situated nice. Frosty drink next to this juicy grilled burger and fries. Get my Sunday, boom. I just dropped a $5 lunchogram on all my friends. Get ready for a little $5 envy.
Michael, we like your style. The $5 lunch. Entree, fries, drink, plus a sundae. Only at your DQ. This is fan food, not fast food.
Welcome back. Moses Lake allows companies to produce and process marijuana in heavy industrial areas. The City Council approved expanding the area the drug could be produced with a 4-3 vote during the last City Council meeting. The Council previously approved allowing marijuana production and processing in light industrial zones after a businessman made the request. The most recent request came from developer Bob Fancher and real estate agent Mark Fancher. They told the Council they had a client interested in the property near the city's border along Wheeler Road. Councilmember Karen Liebrecht opposed the expansion because the city already allows marijuana production. She was joined by Councilmember David Colonel and Mayor Dick Dean in opposing the change. People can paint an apron at the Moses Lake Museum and Art Center. Free Family Saturday. The all-ages paint an apron event starts at noon in the museum classroom. The aprons can be used for gardening as well as baking in the kitchen. The Moses Lake Museum and Art Center is a program of the Moses Lake Parks and Recreation Department. Free Family Saturday is funded entirely by donations to the museum through membership program, sponsorships, and annual silent auction. For more information, call 509-764-3830. Ephrata is reminding residents to report suspicious activity. The city is offering a $1,500 reward for information leading to the conviction of people responsible of an outbreak of graffiti. City Administrator Wes Kragos stated graffiti is a problem, and the latest graffiti was found in the northeast and southeast areas of the city. Kragos said it's difficult for police officers to prevent graffiti because it only takes seconds to create. The city is asking residents to report information as quickly as possible. Anyone with information can call the Ephrata Police Department at 509-750-2491 or send information to crimetips@ephrata.org. In Northwest News, call it a deal of a lifetime for a pizza lover. A family in Oregon got a little extra when they sold their home to a pizza shop owner. Free pizza forever. Reporter Brian McMillan explains the deal.
Yeah, there we go.
At Di Nicola's Italian restaurant in Southeast Portland,
You got to have a good foundation.
pizza is serious business.
Been making it for 37 years.
Because here, it's not just food.
And off the board, into the oven.
Now it's become a bargaining chip.
Pizza's up.
And it's all because of this. Rob and Holly Marsh live here, at least for now. They put their home on the market just a few days ago.
There are times where I still get a little wistful of, oh, I'm going to miss this about the house.
In 3 days, they had 4 offers, but one
I felt like I was in a poker game.
really stood out.
It's a whole big hodgepodge of stuff that you have to cover to try to purchase a house, especially right now, especially in this market.
Dawn and Di Nicola's offer was $26,000 over asking price. She threw in free rent for 2 months.
The fact that they are allowing us to live here for another couple months is really helpful.
And to top it off, a special clause.
And then I just kind of added, and yeah, I'll throw in a pizza a month for her life.
Who doesn't love pizza?
If you don't, you're a monster.
I'm willing to do anything because I know this market is crazy.
Realtor Nathaniel Batchelder says inventory is at a historic low. He says as of the end of April, if every home on the market sold, they'd be gone in less than 2 months.
People are waiving inspection contingencies, waiving appraisal contingencies. I'm seeing more offers sight unseen.
Home buyers are having to go the extra mile.
You kind of have to get creative at this point.
Donna says free pizza is a small price to pay for getting what they wanted.
I'm going to be buying them a pizza for life, so I will know them very well. I'll watch their kids grow up.
And I really felt like they wanted this place and they understood where we were coming from and they built an offer around that.
That's going to do it for us here at iFiber One News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.